I put my GoPro inside of a vacuum. I don't know about you, but I always wonder what it looks like inside when you suck up some sawdust. As I expected, a bunch of dust started flying around when I initially turned it on. Alright, let's vacuum up some sawdust. You can see on the left side of the screen that the water's traveling up, which is kind of weird. Then the sawdust just comes flying in, swirling around like a tornado. And by this time I already vacuumed up a bunch, so most of it's on top and underneath the GoPro. So after I vacuumed it all up, I got to thinking, what would happen if I put my hand over the hose? And it for sure changed the flow of things. It definitely didn't look as organized, but the air still seemed to be moving around all over the place inside the vacuum, even though new air wasn't coming in. When I let it go, it immediately started to swirl around again. Once I turned it off, there was a ton of sawdust in my GoPro. This next one's kind of crazy. I literally just turned my GoPro upside down as I walk through the house slowly. But it looks just like I'm walking on the ceiling and everything's just upside down. It's really trippy. The craziest part for me was probably going up the stairs. But here it looks like I'm going down the stairs. And it's not even the stairs. It looks just like a slide. I just can't get over how convincing this is. This room looks like a half pipe. Another cool part was going back down the stairs, or in this case up this slide, and then you just see the ceiling right there as the floor. I tried to repeat this effect with my drone outside, and I really didn't get any cool shots, except for this one. It literally looks like we're in outer space looking up at the world. If you imagine it long enough and look at it hard enough, it is so weird. I mounted the GoPro on the outside of my Prius wheel. One of the coolest things about this was as I took this super sharp turn pretty fast, you can see the tire conforming to the road and bending. Watch the edge of the tire, it ripples through the whole way. Also keep in mind that this video is only a little over 1 second long. The next part of the video is going to flash, so if you're photosensitive, just skip the next 8 seconds. And this is what it looks like to be going 35 miles per hour mounted to a wheel. And here it is in slow motion. Each of these laps is only 1/8 of a second long. If you listen closely, you can hear the rubber coming in contact with the road, and this is the sound you hear on the highways. Then I decided to take an even harder turn, and you can see how much the tire is bending. It's so crazy to think that this happens all the time without any of us knowing about it. Then I ended up going too fast and my GoPro mount completely broke. I know this isn't the type of content I normally post, but I needed something to give you guys today because next week's video is going to be insane. It's going to require about 30 hours just to edit the video, so I need more time. So with that being said, please guys support the channel, buy some merch, make sure you stay tuned for next week's video, and I'll see you guys on Monday.